Because a meme made us mad.
A meme made us mad, so now we must have this deep philosophical debate and see, is there actually a relationship between heart and boob size in the Danganronpa series? But also attempting to apply science to something that should not have science applied to it. And also, we don't actually have the correct data to apply science to it. I mean, that's the intro to this video. So, who's first up?
First up, Hiyoko. We're going to go in order by the objective number that we have for boob size, courtesy of mostly from the official art books that give the numbers, sometimes on a chart, or alternatively, the internet, because I don't have the book that has Komaru's in it.
Yeah. However, it is important to note the books list chest size as is consistent through the series. There's obvious issues with using that as a number. The result it spat out seems to be, reasonably correct, but at the extreme ends, it gets a bit
Yeah, we just want to point out that using only chest size as a boob size marker is not explicitly correct and has problems, but most of the time it's fine enough. Anyway.
Yeah, so we're going with the fine enough for most of this chart. It'll be obvious when it's not quite working as intended, but it's certainly going to be a better attempt than the piece of shit meme that inspired us to do this.
Yeah. Okay, so first, Hiyoko.
Yeah.
Smallest boob size, 64 centimeters.
Yeah, so by our rules, the smallest and largest will be pinned to either end of the axis.
Right.
And because this is scientific, behind the scenes, we have a numerical scoring system for how high or low they should go. But essentially, it's a 100-point scale. And I've now gotten to the point of realize, how the hell, what's our baseline for any of this? Other than Junko's 0, and I don't know, we haven't decided who's going to be 100 yet.
So, okay, her heart's definitely going to be low. I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
We know Junko's going to be 0 on the heart scale, so you can kind of just use that as a baseline. With Mihiru, he does have a heart, but literally just her and nobody else whatsoever.
That feels like somewhere between like 20 and 30 on the scale. So split the difference, 25, and give us a nice, easy.
I think that's too high. I was gonna say.
Okay, that's fine. Fuck her then.
Like
how
15,
low?
maybe.
Okay.
Himiko. Himiko's actually kind of weird because she gains heart as the game goes on, but still not like a ton.
But
she's I wouldn't say she's negative.
Yeah, she's not like inherently like bad in any way towards people.
Okay, given that 50 would be the middle of the Y scale here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm thinking between 55 or 60.
Yeah, I'd be leaning more towards 55. It's pretty middle of the road.
We included Chihiro because the book put Chihiro on the female side, and we thought that was funny. So, and the fact that his chest is still larger than Hiyoko and Himiko is also funny. So, is that a 70? Biggest fucking heart. Actually, he might be 100.
Do they do anything that you could see in like an evil or mean way? I don't think.
Hell no. This guy has never done a mean thing in his life. Never will. Never would have.
Yeah. Rip.
Yeah. Absolute 100.
Okay, that's
there.
Well, at least we got something on the other scale pretty early on.
Yeah, Chihiro rules. Angie resting with a nice 72 chest. Heart. Hers is super debatable too.
It depends. Are you in the cult or not?
How do you interpret her actions and what she was doing during V3?
Yeah. In the playthrough, I made it clear I wasn't really her biggest fan. Still not really her biggest fan. However, I would be probably making the argument that she didn't have a malicious intent with her actions. I believe she's getting high off her own supply. Like, she's not trying to mislead people with her cult, or it's like, I got these fools under my nose. It's like, no, actually, I think she believes everything she says, which is as much the problem.
Right. But then she's doing it all for Atua, not for everyone else. Which I would say doesn't make her have a heart really at all.
But she doesn't believe she's necessarily doing anything bad to everyone else either. She thinks it's good for them to do this, right?
Yeah. So then we have the difference between like what actually happened and what she was thinking was happening.
Yeah.
And does that make a difference on the heart scale to us?
I'd argue it would. because of a potentially narrow interpretation of what heart means. Again, we're trying to apply science here, so we have to end up defining some definitions, right, for something that had no thought put into it. This is the usual problem we come into, where we're trying to apply logic to something that had no logic put into it to start with. So, I mean, because some of these characters, if you take their actual actions and their intent, they can be quite different. I think Anji is one who is quite different because her actions are probably below the even line, right? Would be below 50. But I don't think the intent is there. I don't think she believes in any way that what she's doing is wrong or has any negative impacts at all. And I don't think that if she realized that, she would carry on with her actions either. You know that way? The problem is you're never going to convince her that she's doing anything wrong.
Right. Did we just put her straight in the middle then?
It's got us to debate, so that could be. That could be a
let's just
middle
put
one.
her. Yeah, let's just put her like straight in the middle. This is a very debatable one, and I wouldn't really disagree if you'd put her like pretty
little
high
below
up
a
in
bit.
heart.
Yeah.
I feel like this is as low as you could put her though in the heart scale. Coming in at a rousing 76 on the boob scale, we got Ibuki. She's legitimately another 100 candidate, I think.
Well, for some reason, that doesn't feel entirely right. I don't know why.
She definitely doesn't have like a mean bone in her body.
Yeah. But does she have a necessarily outward... If we go on the basis of, okay, do they ever do anything mean to anybody? We'd end up with a whole bunch of 100s, I think. So you need to kind of cross a threshold of... you could even baseline your 50 mark here as not really kind or mean to anybody in particular, right? As your 50 mark. And yes, Ibuki clears the 50 mark by not being mean to anyone, but is she especially kind and good to people that would make you put her at 100?
I mean, she did the concert and all that to help boost everybody's morale.
Yeah. I'm not saying she doesn't do anything, but is it 100 level?
90?
I was going to say 80, so split the difference.
All right.
See, that is science in action.
All right. Next is Mihiru with 77.
Somehow, actually. How the fuck she get there? To be honest, it feels like she could be hovering around Ibuki as well, in terms of the heart scale, but not dramatically
but she's so
different.
outwardly rude about it, though, right?
Yeah.
She delivers her goodness in a very mean way.
I wouldn't say mean necessarily.
And
They deserved it.
she's very in your
They
face.
deserved it.
She's okay to.
They had it coming.
I was gonna say 75, but
I'm happy with that.
tied with Mihiru, we have Maki at 77. Okay.
So I'm going to throw the same argument right back at you.
No, I would agree that she's below 50 on heart.
Really? You'd actually go below 50? Oh, because I'm not sure I would by the end of the game. Even before that, it sort of falls a bit more into the Himiko camp of I just don't want anything to do with anyone, but I'm not going to, I'm not going out of my way to say fuck you in the morning, right? So I wouldn't be going much below 50.
But if you do run into her, she tells you to fuck you.
Right, but again, you had it coming.
By saying hi?
Yes. How dare you say hi to her? Okay, let's make this simpler as a direct comparison. Is she higher or lower than Himiko?
I don't know.
They're pretty similar by the end of the game.
They're pretty similar, maybe slightly higher.
What if we make her 56 then, so she's 1 point ahead of Himiko?
Okay, sure.
Well, I mean, even if you put them at the same scale, she's already taller than Himiko, so that also kind of works as well.
But the picture is accounting for the hat in the air, so it probably equals out.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, next is regular Toko at 79.
All right.
This is the first huge disagreement with the original graph.
Well, the original graph didn't split the Tokos.
That too, but also Toko Fukawa is definitely not a 0.
No.
Whoever made the original graph did not play Ultra Despair Girls. She's at least at I don't know,
30.
45? Oh, okay.
What are you about to give her?
I was gonna say 45.
I don't know. 30.
40? I'll go down to 40.
What would that make it look like? If we put her at 40, we'll put her somewhere about there. Yeah, after Ultra Asparagus, that does feel a bit right. I mean, she's better at the end of Ultra Asparagus, but not exactly a bundle of joy and love and all that.
The interesting part, though, is that we're splitting up the two because I feel that Genocide Jack has more of a heart than Toko does.
Yeah.
like,
like,
not like extreme amount, but like pretty close to Maki, I think.
But she also kills people for the fun of it, and has no misgivings about that.
Have we ever seen her actually kill somebody? And in front of her eyes?
I don't think...
Ignore all the proof.
I don't think you can ignore all the proof and all the times where she said she does it. Like, she's not even hiding it.
Okay, fine. So she's below the middle of the scale.
Yeah.
But do we agree that's more than Toko still?
For the meme, yes.
Okay, 49.
45, if we're going to try and put some science on it. It's a Toko range, right? Depending on which one you get, you're going to have a range in there somewhere, right?
Right. Okay, we're finally in the 80 range. We got 80 with Celeste, which this is another misgiving. They put her way too far to the left on the small boob side.
Have they ever seen Celeste? Obviously
Apparently
not. Yeah.
That said, though, her heart is pretty low.
Yeah.
It's more than Hyoko, definitely less than Toko. I think she has more than Hyoko because, and like more than Zero, because I feel like she shows some signs of like caring about like Chihiro during his story.
Yeah.
Some. Very little, but some.
I mean,
There's very little inklings of stuff from her, but it's not a lot.
I see. The thing is,
she keeps it to herself.
I'm going to be challenging this a bit on Hyoko comparison because I would think there is a lot more evidence for Hyoko than there is for Celeste, and actually giving a shit about any other living being.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Celeste 10.
Yeah.
All right.
Still seems slightly somehow that still seems slightly generous, because she really does not care about anybody.
Yeah. All right. So now Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student line, hidden somewhere on this chart. She wasn't on the first chart because she was hidden on it, but also because the maker said, "quote She doesn't have a heart," which is fucking horseshit. They didn't read Danganronpa F.
Yeah.
She has a heart. You just have to get that shit out of her. It's really hard. That said, it's not a ton of heart.
Yeah.
It's close to Toko.
Yeah.
Maybe a little lower.
It's kind of along that sort of scale, right?
Yeah. She does a shit ton of work and it has a ton of heart by the end of F.
Okay. I'll go with that.
That's right. You still haven't read F.
Yes, I still haven't. This will come up in every single one of these.
Yeah, if you read it, I bet you'd actually try to put her higher than that, but whatever.
That's why I'm deferring to your knowledge here.
Yeah. All right. 82, we got Kyoko. She has like the same thing as Mihiru, so honestly, she might be at the same level.
That's actually a very good comparison. It is kind of the same level. Yeah. No, actually, that's a very good comparison. I like that.
Maybe even higher than Mihiru because she does a lot more, but Mihiru
she also lives
time
longer
to do more. Yeah, but we got to go with what we got, right?
Oh, we can prorata it. I mean, we're gonna have to prorata the hell out of it with Kaida. But
I think 80.
Well, I wouldn't disagree with 80 either. It feels right.
Okay, Sayaka is a really interesting one, actually. First off, 83. Second, she's the fact she would turn on anybody, that makes her pretty fucking low hard in my opinion.
Yeah, that's using the now Hyoko's standard scale of lack of heart that we're going on. I put it below that, at least.
What about Celeste though? Well, Celeste did actually. Celeste kind of the same thing.
Yeah, they did the same thing.
They both did the same thing. Wow, that's actually
they both did the same thing.
About. All right,
same score because we're scientific.
Yeah, I suppose I never realized that their plans were actually kind of the same.
Yes. Just Celeste didn't get murked by her own plan.
Yeah.
Was she also 83?
Well,
She was.
she technically did, but not.
Well,
in of her
she
own
also
doing.
took 2 other people down with her.
Yeah.
Zach only took herself down. Well, and
Right.
then Leon in the end. But actually, no, he didn't have to do that. It was still his stupid decision that led to
Yeah,
all
no,
that.
he very well could have ran up like, "Hey, this crazy bitch trying to kill me," you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, okay.
Oh, that would be, think about what if that happened. He went out, did that, but then Sack was like, "Oh no, that's not true at all."
I
Blah,
think
blah,
it would be
blah.
an interesting. It would actually
That'd be
be
a super interesting, different take on the first chapter. I'd be interested to see how that would.
if
possibly
they
go.
ever do remake.
Anyway,
If they ever remake the first game, I
that
think
would be
they
a
should
hell of
do
a
that.
twist.
I
That would
think
be
they should do
awesome.
that because it would completely flip the first chapter on its head.
I think we should never figure out who was actually attacking who in that scenario. They should never tell us who it was. Like something else happens that
Yeah.
leads to the first trial.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
whatever happens next, what does actually happen there links on it, because what if it was that one of those two actually was still the killer of whoever was in the first trial? So you got to solve 2 cases to solve 1 case.
I really like the idea of just never knowing who was the aggressor in the Leon Sayaka scenario.
Mm-hmm.
And that would make everybody wary of anybody. And then somebody would just snap.
Yeah, obviously you're not going. Yeah, you don't figure it out until the actual chapter trial itself,
Yeah.
when you probably get it so that one of them gets executed.
Next up in the 3-way tie at 83, we got Sonya.
Mm-hmm.
Lot of heart,
Yeah,
that's for sure.
doing pretty
Doesn't
good.
necessarily do a lot to show it, like in terms of like actions, but definitely says it and
Yeah.
backs it. So
She's nice.
80, maybe similar to Kyoko level. Yeah, no, that feels a little high. Maybe I don't know. This is
We're just gonna call this 80 and just get over it and just place it
yeah.
directly over
This
Kyoko.
is, yeah. I don't like thinking about this.
Okay. We'll do something like that.
Yeah, sure.
Mainly it's because you got Kyoko's face just going between her arm. That's the place that's going on here. They're actually directly on top of each other.
All right, Samugi. The 83, which I don't think is correct, but we're gonna go with the number anyway.
I think she, as a person, she's fuller. I think generally the character designs for V3 were fuller character designs, and they are physically fuller people than
Right.
was used in the previous games. So I think that's kind of skewing the chart a little. So is this going to be another easy 0, or do you want to give a 1 so she's not the same as Junko?
I want to give it a 0.
She should be, right?
She absolutely should be.
Then this is easy.
Kuronagi, 84. They put her on the small boob side, which I guess technically we are too, but that's still.
But this is now scaled more
Scientifically.
appropriately.
Yeah.
Like, didn't the other
Yes.
bullshit being put like over here or something? It was like,
Yeah.
what? You crazy? Now, where are us crazy people going to put her then?
Okay, Kamaru has so much goddamn heart.
I know. She also like won the hero of the DDR as well. Yeah, that comes with a lot of heart. That is canon, by the way. I don't care what you say. Wasn't she also ordered a garter as well? She won so many fucking awards that I made up. Yeah, they were all quite a good judge of character, you know. It all adds to the bank of evidence.
I can't think of any reason not to make her 100, honestly.
No, not really.
Yeah, right? Like,
I mean, if there was to be a negative point against giving her the full 100, though, I know she's not like a very violent person. However, she doesn't seem to really care about what happens to people she doesn't like. Now, it takes a lot for her to not like someone, but when she doesn't like someone, she's not the sort of person to go, okay, I can save them, or something like that, or at least, you know, it's like, oh, get killed.
right, with Monica at the end.
Yeah, because she does leave her for dead, and she doesn't really give a shit
Damn,
about
that does knock her down a couple points, doesn't it?
Yeah, she is a more innocent version of Kyoko Mihiro, that sort of thing that's going on. So I'll say definitely well clear of those two in terms of heart, but Chihiro wouldn't do that.
Chihiro would not. Chihiro would save
Chihiro would have
Monica.
collapsed into a ball at facing any sign of conflict, right? Like, they're just way too pure and innocent for this sort of thing. If anything, that's kind of her story arc, is losing that innocence, in a way. Yeah, not majorly. Like, we're not saying that she became some sort of vigilante at the end and, you know, pure balance of evil and justice. but does that bring her to a 90 or 95?
I was gonna say 90, I think.
Now we have Kirumi, who's annoyingly
Yeah.
1 centimeter short for being right on both axes, because I have a feeling she's going to land herself very
I know,
close to
this
the
is a-
axis.
This is really weird. So yeah, she's also at 84.
Yeah.
Which really, looking at the original image, she's way too far on the big boob side.
Yeah. Again,
Anyway.
but she's got actually
We
quite
compared-
wide shoulders. That's what's throwing it off, right?
We can compare the full things later. Anyway. Okay, here's the thing. She's willing to do low heart things for a big heart thing.
Yeah. But
Which,
would it-
does that just neutral out then?
That's why I'm sort of saying she could sit somewhere on the axis, because with the argument I just made for Kamaru, even if you are justified and right, and you are generally acting for good in a heartful way, yeah, she does some very heinous things to achieve that. And you could even say it's negative, actually, what she does. Because it is. Because I just came up with the word. It's like her actions and her plan is actually quite cold-hearted. Which isn't exactly how you describe someone who should even be above the line on the heart scale.
Cold-hearted for the 13 people in front of her to in her mind, save the millions, right?
Yeah, like, but it's still. Yeah, again, I'm not sort of trying to present that as she's acting with intent to be evil or bad or in any, way like that. But it is a cold-hearted decision, though, to do anything like that, to kill anyone for the sake of saving anyone else, even if the numbers in this case are ludicrous. Which is the point of that plot line, is that it is a ludicrous decision to have to make. But she does it without any thought or regret or even any disclaimer on it. She's like, okay, cool. This is what I'm doing. It's like, it just makes sense, right? Why wouldn't I do this? Of course I'm going to do this. And she isn't exactly a bundle of joy otherwise. I know that's kind of her whole perfect mate persona, but that is kind of her persona,
I think even without I think she'd bounce out to a 50.
Really?
Without the conflict. Yeah. She's not really overly nice. She's not overly mean.
I was like, without the decision she makes, it would be about 50. I don't disagree with that, but then with what she does in deciding that, you know what, these 13 people can go fuck themselves because, the greater good requires this. Again, it's not an entirely immoral decision, but you have to be, quite stoic to do something like that, right? It doesn't give, like, a big heart vibes.
Yeah. The difference between her and Angie, too, is that she's aware
Yes.
of, she's fully aware of both sides here.
Oh yeah, she knows what she's doing.
Weirdly enough, I'm starting to think that maybe she should be at the same level as Jack.
Yeah, that feels about right.
45, yeah.
Yeah. Because the thing is, I also don't want to knock her too low, because even though we could probably debate till the end of time whether it is actually a morally correct decision to do what she's done. However, she is fucking committed to that.
Yeah.
Not even in the sense that, she went out and killed someone and was going to kill more people to do it. But, when it comes to the executions, like, I'm not standing for this. I gotta save the world, fuck you. Yeah, that's like, that nearly balances out the deciding to kill people to that. No, I have a glimmer of being able to do something to save others, and I don't care that it's going to make my own death probably a lot more horrific. I mean, she's not even thinking that at the moment. It's like, that's not even a thing she's contemplating in that moment. It's like, no, I must I must save is the only thought process going on there. Fuck, have I argued back to 50 now? With that. Fuck, this is why you should always go your instinct.
Yeah, I want to put her at 52, but you were kind of convinced me 45, but then you figured
I had to
yourself
think.
up to 50.
Yeah, I had to think about that. There was a thought process going on there.
All right. So now we have Peko at 85, which 85 is the center of our boob axis.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll definitely nicely line up in the middle. That said, heart, pretty low, I think.
You think?
I don't think she cared about anybody except herself and Fuyuhiko.
That's probably right. But how low would you put that?
Actually, she didn't even care about herself. She only cared about Fuyuhiko.
To the universal standard, then, how does that compare to Hyoko?
Well, listen, Hyoko didn't kill anybody.
Well, he got us
Hyoko
there.
did all but kill somebody.
Right. But would she have killed somebody for the sake of somebody else?
No, she didn't have it in her.
Well, Echo had it in her.
Yeah.
In that point.
Not in the heart chart. What the?
Can we squeeze her between Hyoko and Celeste Sayaka? The Celeste Sayaka, they killed for themselves. Echo killed for somebody else.
Which is therefore herself, in her eyes. Because she is a tool.
Yeah, but the point, it's for somebody else. She's not being selfish about it. She's actually very not selfish.
For one person.
I mean, it's better than zero people.
Oh my god.
Take the Celeste and Sayaka example. They're selfish for nobody. So therefore, she should be at least 1 point higher.
Trying to come up with some reason to not put her at the same level. It's so funny.
It also doesn't help that that's the fucking sprite you used for this thing. That does not help the cause here.
I just picked the funniest sprites. Okay, Hina. 88. Big jump. Actually, no.
Yeah, actually, it was a reasonable jump. Hooray.
She has a lot of heart, but she also counters a lot of it, especially in chapter 4. Yeah, chapter 4.
That's kind of more she just loses her way a bit.
That doesn't... No. Losing your way and suddenly being willing just to off everybody because you got mad. No. That's... No.
Yeah, they had it coming. They were dickheads.
No. Being willing just to off everybody because you got mad?
I wouldn't put that past Kyoko, though.
Oh, shut up.
I know she doesn't do it, but I think the circumstances just didn't happen.
You were arguing Komaru down from 100 because she let one person who deserved it.
Because she did, and she did that, and she shows no.
Hina was willing to do that.
Yes, and then realized, oh, that was a bad idea.
It.
She came out the other side and was like, oh, that was not my best moment.
She was willing to do it.
Yeah, Komaru just went strolling happily into the sunset going, I have not done a wrong thing in my life.
She did not.
She did!
She has such extreme PTSD.
Yes! That's the thing! That doesn't mean... PTSD doesn't mean she, reflected on her actions and went, you know what, that was kind of questionable. Whereas Asahina, she went through that phase of trying to kill everyone. It's just a phase. But later she was like, "Yeah, that wasn't a good thing. Actually, that was.
Oh my god,
that's not a great thing to have done."
It's so different, though.
Yeah, it's so different.
Oh my god. 70.
You're arguing down. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You're just trying to fool me now.
Lower.
78.
No.
Why?
No.
Why not?
Not even. No.
I'm even arguing to put her above my hero, and you know what that makes me feel.
No, she has to be below my hero. That's for sure.
Wow. My hero would have killed people.
No, she wouldn't.
I mean,
watch her kill somebody in 2x2.
I mean, isn't the whole backstory of my hero and the other dweebs, where they actually did kill someone? I mean, I know my hero didn't do the killing, but she was also tangentially involved in that whole shit show.
Not that she wanted to be. She just wanted to make a friend. God damn it.
I got them killed. Hina wanted to make a friend, and these cunts made them
That's
commit
not her
suicide.
fault. That is not my hero's fault.
I'm not.
Hina was willing and wanted to kill everybody, including herself.
I mean, that's quite selfless in the end, isn't it?
Shut the fuck up. 70.
75?
72.
75 it is.
72. No, 72.
73.
She's not at the same level as...
Give me 73.
No, 72.
Why 72? You're just making up numbers now.
2 is a way cooler number than 3.
Wow. What the day I'll ever do to you?
No, 72.
Why 72? What if we put a decimal
Fuck
into
you.
this?
No, 72.
72.99.
No, 72. I'm hard dancing on 72.
No one will ever see it, but the chart is now 72.01.
It says 73 for me. 72.
Ah, get wrecked. You don't have
Fuck
rounding
you,
on.
no.
That's a display issue. Fuck you.
No. What? It's 72.
Yes, it is. If you round it down on the thing, it'll be 72.
Oh, now it shows. What fucking ever. Anyway, Chiaki Nanami, same 88. Okay. Never wanted to kill anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Died for it.
Yeah.
You said you had an issue earlier. What was that?
I think more about it in terms of if we take Chihiro as the exemplar of 100 heart.
Yeah.
While it also feels like Chiaki should be at 100 heart, there's a difference there. It's more along the Kamaru line of there's justice behind this, right? I think she gives off that she would have the mindset to do something like Kamaru does. She doesn't actually do it. I don't disagree she should be above. I'm just going to go, fuck it, she's 100. I'm also fine with that.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Everyone's happy with that. Let's go with that.
Yeah. Okay, Tenko is also 88.
Cool.
Oh, she's weird because it depends if you're a boy or a girl.
But isn't that... Wait, hold on. Isn't that sort of similar argument we made for people that we sent all the way down here?
What do you mean?
Well, we argued that Peko, she did a very kind and selfless thing, but for one person at the expense of many others, right? Tenko does...
Wait, no, killing my hero was not a kind or selfless thing. It was just, you told me I didn't like this girl, so I went and offed her.
Yeah. But it was for someone I do like.
Even Hiko's kind of pissed that she did that.
Yeah. I'm not saying that. Tenko should be here because she hates men. Right? I'm not saying
she
that.
has to be above 50, because even though she doesn't like men, she still doesn't want them to all die. Well, even if she says so. But
well,
65 or 70. Even.
Also, what basis?
She is super sweet.
She is very.
Let's be real. She is super sweet. Even if she says all this shit about men. Does she believe it? Yeah, but does she really mean it?
I think
that's...
Does she believe it to the exaggerated amount that she says it? I think.
Oh God, no.
Is the difference?
There's no
way. She doesn't. It's sort of all bark, no bite, really. Yeah, 70 sounds right.
Okay, Mikan coming in with 89.
Mm-hmm.
Deceptively so, but if you think about it, it's probably correct.
It is very correct, and it's shown many times to be very correct.
Okay. Okay.
She's got a Peko thing going on here. If you're going to beat me to death over Peko, she should get the exact same score as Peko, if not lower.
I would say lower than 10 even.
Is this because she acts cool when she's being evil?
Okay, here's the thing. Well, first off, there's a debate of, are we talking about the evil brainwashed Mikan or the actual Mikan?
But if we are to exclude a brainwash, then yes, it puts her above the 50 line. I don't
Yeah,
know how
right?
far
That's
off
the problem.
it puts it after that. Because these are tendencies that kind of exist, and you can kind of see underneath it. It's like he doesn't really like a lot of people for good reasons, right? But she can't. Yeah. But then it's caught between a rock and a hard place because like she doesn't have the strength and confidence in herself to be able to do anything about being bullied by everyone.
Yeah. Where does the original put her? Oh, they put her right in the middle. Because I'm honestly kind of agreeing with just right in the middle.
Yeah. It is very neutral.
Because under the despair disease / brainwash, she's absolute zero. But
Yeah.
I don't think those tendencies that you're trying to talk. I don't agree with that, honestly. So
Wow.
yeah.
Correct.
Anyway, Chisa actually tied with Mikan at 89.
Again, is it as you're saying? I got the same problem as you got evil Chisa and normal Chisa.
Well, the difference is the normal Chisa is absolutely like damn near 100, if not 100.
Yeah. I may be
Mikan
more
is
to take that
arguable,
interpretation.
Sure.
Well, we did it for Mikan. So we actually
Chisa's like a
points.
75, honestly. Like, if you include both parts.
That's if you include both parts, but we didn't include both parts of Mikan, which would drop her to like a 30 if we did that, right?
Okay.
Like, if we're going to be consistent somewhat about this, right?
Okay.
If Mikan's brainwashing doesn't count, why should Chisa's brainwashing now count?
I thought we did count Mikan's, so that's why I was saying that.
Oh, because I was going to put Mikan like 50 or 60, even excluding the brainwashing.
Okay.
Right then. Okay, if somehow we have accidentally accounted for the brainwashing Mikan, then yeah, 75 seems reasonable.
Okay. We're gonna put Chisa at 75.
Yeah.
So now up to 90, we got Junko, 0.
Yeah, that was easy.
All right, now Kaede tied with Junko at 90. Pretty damn high. Is it the same as Kamaru? Because she was trying to kill whoever was the mastermind.
I think it's Kamaru then latching onto that one point. He didn't try to inflict any more harm on Monica than was strictly necessary for her own and the city's survival. Meanwhile, Kaida tried to kill someone.
But she really didn't want to.
Yeah, but she did.
Well, no, she didn't. But she thought she did.
Yep, like, okay, but for the sake of this argument, she may as well have. However, otherwise her actions, and of course her motivation for doing that, are very good and well-intentioned. And she's unbelievably lovely outside of any of this. Yep.
That's the only difference between her and Kirumi, by the way.
Kurumi's going to kill more people. Well, Kurumi was going to kill innocent people. Kurumi was going to kill innocent people. Kaida was only going to kill a guilty party. Kurumi was knowingly killing innocent people to save more innocent people. Kurumi was not trying to kill the mastermind. Kurumi was just going to kill...
What was the mastermind guilty of?
Mastermind was guilty of... What?
Who did the mastermind kill at that point? What did the mastermind actually do at that point?
Mastermind fucking kidnapped them and imprisoned them. Fuck them. That carries a death penalty in some places.
So are you calling her the Keisatsu now?
Yeah. The Kaide Keisatsu.
Kaide Keisatsu.
Yes.
Kaisatsu.
Like, and they were very really going to kill them. Right? They kidnapped them. Had threatened them. Like, don't give me this bullshit of, oh, they hadn't killed anyone yet. Like, no, it's like it's the same way that someone who shoves a gun up your mouth. They haven't killed you yet. It's like, yeah, but I wonder what the fuck they're implying.
So implied killing is the same as killing?
When it comes to the matters of self-defense, yes, actually. At least how I was always taught self-defense. It was pretty much, if someone comes to you face on, even if they are armed with a knife, you don't kill them, right? you do enough to defend yourself and disable them, and render them incapable of hurting you. But you don't do any more than that. However, I was explicitly told if someone comes at you with a weapon from behind your back, kill the fucker. Just straight up kill the fucker. Like, and not even as a moral stance. It was a practical sense of actually, if someone comes behind you with a knife, your most effective course of action is to try and turn the knife on them and stab them in the abdomen, which may kill them. And that is essentially, basically, you're taught as, yeah, don't care about that. Like, don't even fucking factor that into your consequences. If they die, so be it. They came with a weapon from behind your back, so what? That's the situation Kaida's in. So, it's not unreasonable. I'm not obviously saying this should make her right at the top of the big heart list, because it's still not something someone with a big heart is really going to do, obviously. But I'm saying it's not the equivalent to what Kirumi has done, where she's, her action of someone has come behind her with a knife, so she's going to impale some bystander on a fork and use that to stab her attacker. That's what Kurumi's going at. Actually, it's even worse. Kurumi doesn't actually intend to hurt the mastermind at all. Kurumi's like going, hold up, you don't want to stab me, stab this guy instead. That's Kurumi's train of thought there. It's like, I'm not the victim you want. No, don't mug me. Mug that guy over there. It's like, actually, you don't even have to go and get that guy. I will go over there. I'll smoke them for you and bring you the proceeds, and we'll split the difference, be our separate ways. That's Kurumi's plan of action. Kaida is nowhere near equivalent to that.
Kurumi was doing it to, in her mind, save millions, though.
Yeah, yes. That doesn't change what she does. That's why she splits the proceeds and goes and gives it to a charity. That's Kurumi's plan of action. Right? Whereas Kaida's plan of action in that situation is to turn the knife on the fucker and leave him die in the street. Now, which is the more morally agreeable of those two situations? Surely the more agreeable is the one. What are we giving her?
85, same as Ibuki.
I give her 90.
No.
90. Go on.
No. 87.
Go on.
87.
Why not?
87.
But then she'd be 90-90. That's fun.
Yeah, on our hidden thing that nobody else is gonna see.
I mean, it makes her the nice corner of a square. Actually, it doesn't because of the scale. But look, it feels right. I did nothing wrong.
Okay. Well, yeah, in the end, yes, she did nothing wrong.
Kaide, even if she'd been successful, did nothing wrong. It was self-defense. They had it coming. It was the most justified one of these things that you get. Because usually the plot line is, oh, I killed someone, but it was in the service of some good cause, abstract cause. Like, this was a very real, I'm going to kill some fucker because they are threatening all of us. Right? That's the goal here. Yes, drop her down 10 points because I don't believe the death penalty is really the solution for a lot of these things.
I think Kamaru has to be higher than 90 then.
Okay, come on.
Because Kamaru left for dead rather than kill.
We could go with that, yeah.
So Akane, big jump actually to 93.
Mm-hmm. But things get spaced out, and it's actually what skews the entire scale of this chart, which is why all these lines are on top of each other.
Right. Huh. So it's above 50.
Like, she has reasons, but we don't care about the reasons here that result in her actual personality. It feels a bit like a Maki situation. If not lower. Actually, I'll tend to be slightly lower than Maki.
Okay. Did we put Maki too low?
Potentially, yeah, 56.
I'd say make her 60 and make Akane 55. All right, so now another big jump to 99 with Miyu Iruma. This is
somehow.
another number that I kind of debate whether it's actually 99. That feels a bit much, but
I think it is, but it's exposing the sort of the flaw in this system of measurement.
uh-huh.
In that Miu comparatively sort of has the mix of big bodies and reasonable chest as well. So it's
Yeah.
all it's kind of skewing this scale. She should be below Akane, but we don't have a system of measurement that can let us scientifically do that. This is why KPIs are bullshit, by the way. So you can show this in your senior management meeting. Put this exact clip from this YouTube trip on your presentation. I know putting video clips in presentations is a bad idea, but make an exception for this one. Just put it here as an example of when you write bullshit measurements into your KPIs, you get bullshit results. And this is an example of a bullshit result because the KPI is poorly written. It doesn't actually reflect what we want to get out of this.
Yeah, and therefore, Miyu's boobs are definitely smaller than Akane's.
Yes, everyone can fucking see that, but the number says no. The number
Not
says
by a lot. I actually think they're really close, but
yeah,
there's
but
no
it should.
way that Miyu is
But
6.
the problem is
that much
Miyu.
more.
For the spoilers, Miyu's axis is somewhere along here.
Yeah.
That ain't right. We can all see that's not right, but number says no. Number says you must do this, so we must all live by number, because if we don't live by number, we can't justify any of our actions. So yes, this has been a long-winded way of saying KPIs are bullshit, and this is an example why measurements are very, very important, and you must align your measurements and your KPIs with your actual motivations and what your actual incentives are. So yes, please include this in one of your management meetings. It will definitely get you fired.
Right.
Anyway,
Miyu has a lot of heart, but it's very hidden.
yeah,
So I don't know.
it's the Australian approach to heart, where she is actually very kind, but she calls you cunt every second sentence. Because that's what she does.
Yeah. But she does so much to help everyone out and get through this.
That's like her actions. Her actions speak louder than her words,
Right.
and even her words
Are completely ineffective at a point.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. It's like if you take Mew's words seriously, you're wrong. It's like you're a fucking idiot.
see, the original graph put her at like a 40. That's horse shit.
Fuck
So she
that.
should definitely be. I'm thinking like 75 around there,
For comparison, who else?
if not more.
Yes, we have on 75. We have Aoi at 72.01. We've Mahiro at 75. I'd put her a little above Mahiro. I'd be happy to do
Yeah.
that.
Fine. 80.
Kyoko's at 80. That seems more appropriate.
Yeah, I agree. Kyoko, Sonia, and Miyu, the 80 club.
Yeah.
Even though they have different. Well, that's okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
somehow on the scale she ends up over here because KPIs are bullshit.
Miyu is a good example. Is if somebody's able to read past what they're actually saying.
Yes.
If you can't figure out how she actually is based on what she says, then you're not good at character analysis.
We have declared it so. You can also
Yeah.
include that in your management presentation.
And the last one we have here is Sakura Ogami, whose
Yep.
chest size is 130. So in reality, she would be like take the gap from Akane to Miyu and multiply that by 6. That's how far.
Yeah,
over
she's
she
off
would
the
be?
screen somewhere. For the sake
Yeah,
of
we're
making
like,
a
fuck it.
reasonable chart, we have artificially limited this line to be at the equivalent of 105.
Yeah,
but-
just to make it look better.
Yeah,
She'd actually be way further to the right.
yeah, but she's going to be
That
pinned on
said-
that line.
Yeah, ton of heart.
Absolutely.
Very high heart. She was not willing to kill anybody. She made that clear.
Well, she killed herself instead.
The only thing you have is, I'm not saying being willing to, but the deception thing, but that's not.
I think that's
That's
a
not
sign
killing.
of progress, though. You know, it's. I'll say, yeah, at the beginning, where would she sit? At the beginning of the story would probably be around here-ish. But at the end,
Mainly just because she was quiet.
yeah, well, quiet, and also you got the deception thing going on, right? That,
Right.
You know, I'd say it's pretty even keel. It's not fuck everyone and fuck everyone about them, but kind of forced into it. However, being able to stand up to that, stand up to Monokuma and be like, nah, fuck this. I don't care. I'll stand up to you myself. And then commit suicide so that the others will stop fighting.
So we're at the point, is there any reason we shouldn't put her at 100?
The only reason is that she wasn't there in the first place. That's it.
99.
Sure.
Here's our dog shit video on a meme that pissed us off.
What does this tell us? It's almost like these are two completely unrelated statistics.
So, if we put up the original chart that we saw and ours, there are some noticeable differences, but the general trend I think is still the same.
In that there is no fucking trend.
It's slightly upward.
No, the original chart tried to make it out like there is a trend. This doesn't really, because the chart looks like a U, like a V. Right? That doesn't tell you anything.
Well, if you go, the more towards small boobs you get, the line kind of goes towards lower heart.
This is kind of, but then you got the center is just...
Can we not plot this on the Google one?
Okay.
See?
It's a... That's tenuous. What's the fucking R number on that bullshit? 0.055 for the R squared. It's a range from 0 to 1. And we're at 0.055. That's basically saying there's fuck all correlation going on.
Isn't that 5.5% increase over time? Isn't that what that's saying?
No,
I'm sorry, over boob size.
No, R squared is how well does the data correlate to the trend line.
Oh.
Between 0 and 1.
Change.
And it's saying, yeah, on your scale to 0 to 100, because we're using that a lot this video, we're at 5.5 correlation.
Okay. Now that I understand what that means more, I don't agree with it.
What?
I feel like there's a slight trend. Like, very slightly.
Yes, a 5.5% trend. Which is nothing. That's horrific.
That's really nothing. This is over the course of 40 centimeters, dude.
It does. The R square doesn't care what it's over. It is what it is. Right? It's like there's. How is there a fucking trend going on here?
Wait. What happens if you make Sakura her actual size? Well, no, it made the R squared higher. To 7.77.
That's not a lot higher.
No, it's not.
You're fucking stretching this. The math is not on your side.
I'm looking at the thing in front of me, and it just seems like there's a slight trend line upwards, which that agrees.
This is why
there is a slight correlation.
This is why it's so important to teach statistics in schools, because we get this sort of shit going on, where you think there's something going on here where there isn't.
I said slight. I didn't say it was a huge difference. I said there is a difference.
Slight.
There is a slight trend.
Technically, a grain of sand has slight height to it.
Yeah.
That's the scale you're fucking operating at.
We can see the trend line going up, though.
Because the computer has struggled to fit a trend line to this. You can put a trend line whatever bullshit you want. The R squared is what matters in how much you should trust that. And this is
look at the organization of people we have here and be like, yeah, it does go up a little bit. That's it, a little bit.
On a microscopic scale, it goes up the same way that a mirror is microscopically rough. That's what you're dealing with. This, like, in a scientific study, you wouldn't even fucking think about this. This is like within millions of miles of the margin of error. This isn't even close to being outside the margin of error. This is noise.
Well, there you go, everybody. We made noise today.
That's all we've achieved here. Yes.
That's what this meme did that made us mad.
Yeah.
That said, okay, so comparing our position of individual characters.
Oh, I mean, this is still better. This is still more scientifically accurate.
Oh yeah, ours is way more accurate.
Yeah.
Like they put Kamaru way too low on the boob chart.
Mm-hmm.
They put Ibuki way too high. They put most characters way too high on the boob axis. Let's just be real.
Yeah, which is what skewed their results, right? Because it shoved a whole bunch of characters into the top right quadrant that shouldn't be there, which makes
putting Sayaka,
which makes it look like it's like, oh, we got a trend going on here. Well, actually, no, there isn't a trend going on there. You've just put characters in the wrong place, so now it looks like there's a trend, but there isn't a trend.
Right. Like, okay, and they put Sayaka above 50 on the heart. That is horseshit. That is some bull.
Yeah.
They put Miyu at like 40. That's bull.
Mm-hmm.
Baki is too low. Himiko is too low.
Yeah, they shouldn't be below the line at all.
Toko's too low.
Yep.
Peko's too high.
Mm-hmm. I've more sympathy with that, but even by my arguments, she wouldn't go that high.
Mikan is way too low on the boob chart.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
no, Mikan.
No, on their scale. Like, look, Mikan should be above Chiaki, and they put Chiaki like way higher on their boob scale.
Well, I don't think Mikan's in the wrong place. It's just everyone around her is in the wrong place. That's what's going on. It's like, I don't know what scale that. I mean, the scale there you could derive from that is from Hiyoko to Sakura, right? That scale is there. It's just all fucked. Everything in between is fucked. It's not even what? No.
The order of the characters in the big boob order is fucked.
Someone needs to go out and touch grass or go to a strip club. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, that's why we made this.
Well, there you go.
We have done nothing today, and you have enjoyed it.
That's assuming someone enjoyed this.
To leave a like, don't subscribe.
No, please subscribe. That'd be nice.
Okay, fine. Subscribe if you want.
I mean, if you don't subscribe to this channel, subscribe to the travel channel. I care about that.
That's an actual good channel. Yeah, go to that one.
Yes.
Okay,
This
bye.
is the weirdest lead into that channel you've ever going to get. I don't know if I even want it. Yeah, bye. We're done.